So you've decided 2024 is the year you're going to torture yourself by deciding to learn guitar, and you're not quite sure where to begin. So this video is going to be the first 8 things you should learn when you're starting off learning the guitar. So for each point as well in the comment section, I'll leave a link to a resource or a video that you can use in order to learn the step. So step number 1 is that you need to learn the string names and how to tune your guitar. The reason why is if you don't learn the string names, it's very hard to understand how to read guitar music or guitar tab, which we're going to get to next. And as well as that, if you don't tune your guitar, it doesn't matter what you're playing, it's going to sound terrible. Okay, so it's not very inspiring, and it can lead you astray if you're putting your fingers in the right place for a chord or a song, but it still sounds bad. And I would say the best way to do this if you're new and don't own a guitar tuner is to download the app Guitar Tuner and use that. It's pretty intuitive and it'll let you know what to do. Now step number 2, which I alluded to before, is how to read guitar tab. Okay, you're not going to be able to learn songs on guitar if you can't read guitar music, so it's essential you learn how to read guitar tab, which is different to standard notation, which you might see on a piano or any other kind of instrument. Now step 3 is where you actually get to some playing. I would learn some single note songs, just something simple like Smoke on the Water, Ode to Joy. All these are going to be great, and as well as that, if you just search on YouTube easy guitar tab songs, there'll be a load of them that can pop up. There's some pretty cool arrangements of more modern songs and whatnot, so make sure to check those out. Now number 4 is learning how to hold a guitar pick. You don't have to use a guitar pick when you're learning to play guitar, but if you're going to be doing any kind of rock or a lot of contemporary stuff, you need to be able to learn to use it. So it doesn't hurt to start early so that it becomes second nature once you're a bit more familiar with the guitar. And it will be difficult at first, but just stick with it and it will become easier. And what you can do once you learn to hold the guitar pick is go back and learn all those songs you learned from the previous step and play them using a guitar pick though this time. Now step number 5 is learning your basic open chords. These are all your chords like E minor, G, D, A, E major, C, all those kind of chords. You're going to find these basic chords in a lot of songs you learn, and people talk about this a lot, but you can learn to play most popular songs just by learning these open chords, so it really pays to learn them. And I would start off just learning them one at a time. I've made videos about this, but just choose one chord, for example E minor, and get familiar with that. Just try play it a whole bunch of times. Now step number 6 would be learning some basic chord progressions. Okay, a progression is just when we're playing one chord one after the other. So for example, instead of just playing that E minor chord over and over, I try go from an E chord to a G chord to a D chord and then to an A chord. Right, and this is going to be what you're doing when you're playing songs. Now step number 7 is learning some strumming patterns. So once you've got your head around switching between different chords with a simple strumming pattern, then you want to make it a bit more complicated. By learning some strumming patterns. And again, I'll put a link to a video of mine where you can learn some of that stuff. And the last step, step number 8, to get you started on guitar is going to be learning to just play along with some basic songs. Playing along with songs is very important because this will develop your sense of just musicality and rhythm. When you're new playing songs on your own, you'll never be quite sure if you're in time or not because there's nothing to hold you accountable and you're not familiar with playing music yet. So playing along with songs, you're going to start to notice if you're playing out of time or anything like that. And again, there will be lots of basic songs on YouTube you can play along with. So hopefully that's given you some direction for your guitar journey in 2024. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section and I'll get back to you. But as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.